what other shrimps you know that got the Jordan 11s on with all this jewelry and the Montclair coat? You know what I mean?
Please no throwing stuff in my studio.
I'll throw whatever I want. You know you need these ratings. You know you need these good ratings.
Hello, Mr. Shrimpy. How are you today?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. How are you doing today on the good old Penis Verified?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. A little shrimp.
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Is that all right?
No, it's not, but go ahead, do your thing. You'll be hearing from my Lord shortly.
So, what inspired you to make this song?
Are you talking about my new song, I Got Shrimp?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? I always got that shrimp on me, you know what I mean? It always started from middle school. That's actually how I got my name. You see, when I started talking to girls and stuff, you know, I talked to them for a little bit, you know, when things got more serious, you know, I'll visit them at the house, all this stuff. But then eventually when they end up leaving me, you know what I mean? They tell all their friends that he got that little shrimp. He got that little shrimp. He got that little shrimp pee-pee. And that's just what they do. So that's how I got my name, Little Shrimpy. And then I also made the song, I Got Shrimp. Because I got shrimp, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean particularly that, you know, shrimp, having a shrimp penis is a good thing in the society, you know what I mean? Do you agree?
Well, size doesn't matter, but...
That's just your opinion, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can ask you to leave, but you were good. Okay.
Oh, yeah, next question on the Penis Verified. You know you guys need me. You know this is a one-star show without me.
Are you more of a shrimp, or is the world just smaller than you?
The world's just smaller than me, you know, because I am the biggest freaking shrimp in the whole nation, in the whole universe of nations. You know what I mean? Whole universe of nations. I'm the biggest shrimp in this nation, in this whole nation, with the whole human race. I am the biggest human shrimp that there is.
Would you fight a lobster for dominance, or is that too mainstream?
I would definitely do it. Hopefully on SpongeBob. I've been wanting to do a pay-per-view boxing match with that little lobster guy, Larry. You know what I mean, Larry the Lobster. I think he's on SpongeBob. I'd whoop his ass.
That's nice.
Yeah.
When you say I got shrimp in my sock, was that spiritual or just a rash?
That was mainly just a rash, you see, because I was walking around with my socks on, you know, as you do, right? And it was like kind of like raining outside, you know, and I was like walking the dog, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to put my shoes on because, you know, like I'm a shrimp and I'm used to being wet, you feel me? And my socks got wet, and yeah, you know, sometimes you get a little bit of a rash from that, you know, something about being a shrimp.
Right. What's it like being the only rapper banned from Red Lobster?
Honestly, it's a proud title to hold. It is a dear accomplishment. Hopefully Outback Steakhouse next month, coming soon to a documentary near you. Or something. Woo! Shrimp.
Alright. If shrimp disappeared from Earth, would you disappear too?
Well, as the master of shrimp, I think that the captain of the ship goes down with the ship, you know what I mean? So if the shrimp are gonna go down, the top shrimp of the shrimp, you know, the captain of the shrimp master, alright, the shrimp empire, the shrimp guy must go with the shrimp.
Alright, so I have a few more questions for you. So, you said I put shrimp on a Tesla. What does that mean for the auto industry?
What does it mean for the auto industry? You see, that's a good thing. So, basically, what I was talking about is, you know, I had this Tesla, you know, me and Elon like that, you feel me? And I had some shrimp because, you know, obviously I got that shrimp on me. I don't really like shrimp, but I have some fried shrimp, you know, basically tastes like chicken. You know what I mean? I just had it, and I was just like, you know what, dude? I got a Tesla. It drives itself. Let me eat some shrimp. You know what I mean? I was dipping in a little cocktail sauce, you know what I mean, in the cup holder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got it on my shirt. I was like, dang, I got the cocktail sauce on my shirt from the shrimp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what? Screw it. I poured all the cocktail sauce all over my shirt and all over the white on the inside of the car. All of the white seats, poured it all over that. All right, threw shrimp all over the car. You know, so that's what it means when I got shrimp on the Tesla, shrimp in the Tesla. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this lyric. Shrimp on my wrist like it's ticking. Is that a flex or just a cry for help?
Next question, thank you.
Once tweeted, shrimp are just underwater pigeons. Why?
That was actually a philosophical standpoint that I had. You see, you know how like you go to like New York, right? You see pigeons, you see rats.
Yeah.
Okay, but people don't understand, like when you go to Shrimpy Land, you see shrimp. You know what I mean? Just like you see pigeons in New York. You see, so basically it's like the same idea, same thing. You know, they're just as readily available. You know, they're just as cool, if not cooler. They're definitely cooler, you know what I mean? Because they got that shrimp in them, you know what I mean? You can eat shrimp, you can't eat a pigeon. You know, I bet you can eat a pigeon, but you know, Mike Tyson probably whoop your ass for it, so you better just stick with them shrimp.
Alright, got 2 more questions for you.
Do you?
Would you consider yourself more of a fashion icon or a crustacean prophet?
Definitely fashion icon, because you see, what other shrimps you know they got the Jordan 11s on with all this jewelry and the Montclair coat, you know what I mean?
Please no throwing stuff in my studio.
I'll throw whatever I want. You know you need these ratings. You know you need these good ratings. You know, you see, look, hold on. You think, excuse me, hold on. You think this dolphin's gonna be pulling any ratings? This dolphin ain't pulling no freaking ratings. That's why you need the shrimp, you understand? Alright? You understand? You like my new song, go listen to it, you know what I mean? Yeah, get out of here. You can't even kick me out because I'm leaving. Little shrimp out. Little shrimpy out.
A few moments later.
Alright, you know, I guess I'll apologize for my little outburst or whatever, you know what I mean? That's what my manager told me to say. I should start pulling Kanye's and stop listening to him, bro. I don't think they got the best intentions at heart. But I'm drinking water now. That's what my manager told me to do. He told me to calm down. She said she had one last question for me, so I guess we'll go ahead and let her ask. Please don't piss me off again.
Do you think the shrimp were talking to you or through you?
Are you assuming that I'm crazy? You know they talk to me. You know the shrimp talk to me. You sound just as messed up as my doctor. Girl, get out of here. Shrimpy out. Shrimpy out. Don't ever disrespect me like that again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If we get this video to 10,000 likes, I will actually drop a song as Lil Shrimpy. So can we get 10,000 likes, I'll actually drop a song, alright? Let's do it. Okay, but, you know, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. For real, it really does mean the world to me. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Go ahead and smash that freaking subscribe button. Join the Straw Mob. Be a dog. Do all that good stuff by smashing the subscribe button. Alright, smash the like button. Let's get this to 10K likes. And yeah, with all that being said, there's going to be a couple videos on the next stream. Both of them are freaking hilarious. Go ahead, watch them. Go ahead, roll that next clip, baby. Peace.